Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time here, my name's Diana, and on this channel we discuss eating a gluten-free, plant-based lifestyle while tracking my weight loss journey. So today we're making a special dish. We are making vegan paella. So I've read so many different articles and watched so many different videos about what to put in paella, what not to put in paella, but I think we have a rough idea of what we're gonna do today. So I'm gonna take you with me and let's get started. Okay, so we're gonna add garlic, onions, olive oil, and chorizo, which I don't have actual sausage chorizo because usually it's not gluten-free if it's vegan. So we're gonna use this Abbott Butcher's chorizo. It's already marinated, but I'm just gonna toss it in this blender with a little bit of olive oil to get it down to like a creamy sofrita consistency. Into a pot, we're gonna add our sofrita mixture. Then we're gonna use Spanish bomba rice. It's the type of rice you're supposed to use for paella. We're gonna just pour a cup of it on top. And then we're gonna add in our veggie stock. So we're gonna do 3 cups. All right, and then before we finish covering this to let it cook, we're just gonna add in a little bit of saffron. Just a few threads. This is really, between this and the rice, this is really what makes the dish. So if you don't have saffron, you can, I believe, substitute for turmeric. Yeah, so we're just gonna bring this to a boil, then reduce to simmer it, and we're gonna time it for about 20 minutes, and we should have our rice.
A few moments later.
Next, I'm taking, sorry guys, I ripped the package, but it's Sweet Earth's Mindful Chicken. It's gluten-free and vegan. It's very hard to find chicken breast that's gluten-free and vegan. I'm gonna take that in this saute pan and with some oil, and I'm gonna add some seasonings. We're also gonna get our vegetables going as well in a separate section here. I cut up some orange bell peppers and some red ones here. And we're just gonna get those going in a pan and with some seasoning. So we're gonna add some salt, some cracked black pepper, some oregano. You can add fresh oregano, of course, too, but we didn't have any. I'm gonna do garlic powder and onion powder. I know I can add fresh garlic, but there's already some in the sofritas. Actually, I'll just add some chopped onion. We wanna build the flavors up in this as much as possible. And lastly, I'm going to add a tablespoon of tomato paste. We keep them portioned out in the freezer. So there we go. And I'm gonna let those flavors meld. Rice beeped, so we're gonna try to check on that and see how it's looking. It's getting there. I think just a little longer. So we'll do another 5 minutes. Next, I'm gonna add some frozen peas. And I'm gonna cook all this together.
Many minutes later.
All right, and at this point, this is pretty much done. So We're going to dump this in here. And we're just gonna let this finish cooking. The rice is getting a nice crust on the bottom, that's socarrat. I know I did it a little unconventionally where we did it a little separate, but this is kind of how I wanted to do it. You could make it all in one pot, like typical paella. So we're just gonna let this do its thing, and it should be ready soon.
A few moments later.
All right, and then I just stirred up the rice and the chicken and the peppers and the peas, so it was all mixed together. I'm trying not to disturb the bottom from that socarrat, so it has that nice crispy crust. Paella is supposed to be enjoyed out of the pot, so I don't necessarily recommend moving it to another vessel. You can try to put a plate over it and flip it. I'm not gonna attempt to do that, but I will pull some out into a dish to eat it, just so you can see the final product. All right, so we're gonna dish some of this paella out. I know I have the chicken in here. I guess I could have added some other veggies, like I had Brussels sprouts and mushrooms and such. All right, so you can see we got a nice crust right here. That's socarrat, and let's give it a taste. So we're gonna try the socarrat first. Delicious. And then let's get some of this rice by itself, maybe. Just plain. Perfectly cooked. And then, whew, it's really hot, sorry. And then some peppers and chicken, little socarrat, little of everything on one bite. Delicious. All right, guys, that's gonna wrap up this video. I know we made vegan paella a little unconventional because we did it in 2 pots, but it still came out perfect. If you have any questions, if you tried this before, if you have other recommendations, please let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and as always, stay driven.